Hello.
Hey.
Oh, wait a minute. The kids are battling to see who was first. Atlas was here at a full 7:38 p.m., then checked in again at 7:59. Then Desmond checked in at 7:59. And Eccentric checked in at 8 o'clock, and Lola. So the super fans are super
Listen,
in. Yes. Congratulations.
come through, y'all. Listen, come through. So tonight's prize goes
You
to
get some seltzer water. You get some seltzer water. You get some seltzer water.
tonight's early grand prize goes to Atlas, who was the first person in the room, or at least who checked in.
Oh, and yesterday was Atlas's birthday.
Abso friggin' lutely.
Oh,
Happy birthday!
wait a
Happy
minute.
birthday! Happy
Wait,
birthday!
hold on. Keep going.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Life is leading to tell.
Happy birthday! Day. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Day.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Atlas. Happy birthday. You.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. What's going on? How's everybody doing?
I know, right? Everybody is. Hold on. You know what? I do have to. I saw this. We're going to get to our Instagrams and TikToks later, but this one came up and this one turned me out.
All right, come on. Let's hit it.
She was upset that I was sitting in her chair and so was going to shut down the entire production. And I didn't know I was sitting in her chair. And I was homeless at 15. Like you can't talk to me any kind of way. And so you picked the wrong one, but that's over. It's over.
I understand, but it's a pretty interesting story.
It is an interesting story, but it probably happens every day in every workplace. Some people don't get along, and then they figure it out and they realize what's important and they hug it out and they move on. She was upset that I was sitting.
So my takeaway from this story is that there was this one day on the set of Lady Marmalade where Christina Aguilera almost got her ass whooped.
There have been so many confirmed by Pink reports of them not getting along, even from the point where they were talking about who was going to sing what part.
Right.
So, even Pink's part, the part that she has, that's the part that she wanted. But I think the way it was described by Pink when I heard it years ago was that Christina wanted that part. And when she got this part, she then jazzed it up to make it, the grand entrance that it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I had never heard any of this because I stay in my lane and drink my seltzer water. But I was reading all this, and some people in the comments were like, "Oh, yeah, it's unfortunate," and back and forth. I was like, and some people was like, the takeaway is that Pink is still holding on to this after years. It was like, first of all, the interviewer asked the fucking question for one, and two, my takeaway is that there was a day on the set of Lady Marmalade where Christina Aguilera almost got her ass beat.
Yeah, because listen, Miss Alicia, Miss Alicia is that girl.
Yes.
I'm not going to take away anything from anybody, but what I will say, she is one of those very few artists that physically can do everything that she does on an album or on a song, on a record.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually dangling above your head and doing other theatrics or whatever.
And she looked like she can fight.
And Alicia is that girl. She was a skateboarder at one particular point. Listen, I knew where she grew up was not necessarily the rough streets of like Philadelphia or anything, but baby, she wasn't that far off. And if she was out there being homeless like she was, I'm sure she had to fight every day.
Right.
That's all.
So I just thought that was just so interesting to me, and I thought that would be the perfect way to open the show. But how was your week? And we got to get into our weekend.
Yes, we can get into our week real quick, but listen, I see a couple other faces I haven't seen in God knows how long. So I see my father's kid. I ain't gonna say no names, but I ain't gonna say nothing. But listen, Sean Keith, listen, these damn kids over here ain't sit like I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna just let that go. I'm gonna go on to something else. I'm not gonna say anything. But I also see Guy. What's going on, Mr. Guy?
Yeah, I see my good old high school Bristol back in the spot.
Right. Morgan's here. What's going on, boo? You were here last week, but I just feel like I haven't talked to you.
Yes, we got to catch up, Spesh, because you got to be on the committee to help us plan Reunion 2026.
Yeah. So, come on.
Let's I had already talked to Kareem about y'all joining us on our rich white woman European excursion this summer. So we need to get that together.
Let's make it happen. Romeo, what's going on? Listen, baby. Romeo has a space over in Southeast DC where he's trying to do great things. So he's on Facebook. Please reach out to him on Facebook if there's a space that you're trying to get into or there's something that you want to do. He's doing a couple of parties for people. So again, it's a space that he definitely can use some have people to use it as an option. So that's what I will say. But anyway, I'm glad that everybody's here, but I'm gonna jump right into the week. So the week was good. Oh, and I'm sorry, let me stop right here. For those of you that I haven't seen on here in quite some time, welcome back, or hey for the first time on this show.
Welcome.
Right. Let me just tell you that on this side of the house, listen, we have a special guest star. That is my fur baby. Her name is Clark. She's gonna be jumping in and out of the picture at some particular point in time. So don't get crazy.
Hey, Joshua.
Yeah, she's just gonna jump in. Joshua and Atlas, I saw that was the cutest picture of the two of you on the Facebooks, and I thought it was amazing. Devon, what's going on, boo? I ain't seen you in like 14 motherfucking years.
Devon's little shirt got some compliments this weekend.
Well, I mean, his shirt always gets compliments. I mean, he's good at what he does. I'm just trying to make sure everybody realizes that the motherfucker is good at what he does. And shit. But listen, this weekend though, this week was a great week. It was great. Even I had some work stuff going on and still had something going on today, but this week was great. One of the highlights of my week was for the first time getting to see Bianca Del Rio. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. But that was one of the highlights of the week. Got to see that with Dominion and I went, and then Best Friend came, and then for those of you that know Daryl Hannah showed up as well. So I always I give life to
Daryl Hannah.
Baby, listen, I give, and if any of you know anything about me and seeing me jumping around and pop dipping and spinning at some point in time in the club, baby, I will give respect to those divas that was out there doing it before me. So Daryl Hannah, listen, my hat's off, because that baby, for the life of me, I couldn't understand why your ass is upside down on a pole with a kilt on and swinging and still dancing on beat, and then you drop down into a split. I don't understand, but I was here for it. I was absolutely here for it. I'm just saying. That's just what I'm saying. But anyway, so it was friggin' great. Again, I was just really excited about Bianca because she did some foul and funny shit. It was awfully funny. I'm so glad that I went to see her. So glad that I got a chance to see her for the first time. So I was really happy, ecstatic about that. I'm always happy to wake up every single day. I was happy to pay my damn rent and my bills that's coming through. So I'm able to pay that, and I'm happy about that. But listen, I have had some moments with at the Black Degree Factory where I have to kind of sit back and question myself if I want to continue. But again, as long as I show up, as long as there's a job for me and I show up for that job, then I'm good. So, but for the most part, it has been a great week. I really don't have too many complaints. I made some bomb ass motherfucking pork chops last night. And then the other day, I made some bomb ass motherfucking turkey burgers, and they were absolutely friggin' amazing. So, like, yeah, I mean, all this cooking I'm good with, but baby, this washing the dishes part, that's gonna be a problem for me. So, I listen. Thank God for the dishwasher. I do, but still, it's all that I gotta use dish. I don't want to. Then you gotta put the dishes up, and you got. I don't. No, I just listen. So I'm breaking out of that habit again, and I'm cooking a little bit more. So it was really good. But again, it's just been a great week. So I really don't have too many complaints at all. The weather was good. It's been a really decent day. And I had some. Listen, I had texted you the other day. That was yesterday. Baby, I wanted a donut so bad.
Did you end up getting one?
I had two.
Where'd you get them from?
Duncan, excuse me.
Oh, I thought you meant real donuts.
Well, listen, I didn't have the time to do like a Duck Donuts or like to even go to Love Mikado to go try to get that whole thing. But however, the flavor palette and the taste of what I needed was their Dunkin' Donuts. I think it's the Hey! Are you trying to turn the light off? Is that what you're doing? Get out. Don't come back. Get out. Listen, my child is reaching up to the light switch and trying to flick the light switch. So then in a minute, I'd have been in the dark. I'm not doing that. But anyway, my life as a cat dad. But yeah, I think it's called the chocolate kiss or whatever. So it's like a vanilla cream filled donut with a layer of chocolate on it and like a dollop of like vanilla cream on top of it. But it gave me everything that I needed. And so I was very, very happy about that. Very, very happy about that. So, but Lola, listen, you ain't lying, baby, because laundry is the other bane of my existence. And it's not about doing the laundry. It's about being held captive with the folding up of the clothes. I'd
just like to make an announcement.
Drives me crazy.
I'd like to make an announcement.
Please.
Dunkin' Donuts is trash, and I will not be taking any questions.
You won't be taking no questions, but I am going to have my comments because, again, I'm just saying that Dunkin' Donuts gave me what I needed. However, this is not about you. This is not about you. This is my moment. This is not about you. This is my moment. And in my moment and what I needed at that particular point in time, that is what I got, and I have been.
So what you needed at the moment was some dry trash.
We're still on my moment. This is my.
Thank you, Lola. Dunkin's is trash.
And I will say to all of you all, Dunkin' Donuts, listen, y'all just mad because y'all ain't got no frequent flyer coupons on Dunkin' Donuts. Y'all don't get y'all rewards.
Why would I want frequent flyer trash?
I get all my coffee from them all the time, and I also get my sausage, egg, and cheese croissant with the extra, with the white. All
right. I will grant you.
Every time I go to Dunkin' Donuts, thank you very much. And I also get some blueberry donuts, the Munchkins. Thank you very much.
I will grant you that the sausage, egg, and cheese croissant is delicious, but their donuts are trash.
So
when you say America runs on Dunkin', Dunkin's is America's most available donut. That doesn't mean they're the best donuts.
The donuts in the mini form, and I'm gonna tell you why. When you go and get the Munchkins, it is, first of all, it's not a whole donut.
They can't dry them out as bad when it's just the Munchkin.
And the blueberry ones, I'm telling you, are amazing. Now everything else I ain't gonna say, but that donut yesterday, and when I do have a taste for it, like the Munchkins, I get the blueberry ones, baby, I am good. But their coffee, now again, I'm a decaf coffee drinker, which somebody's gonna say, what's the point? Listen, I was a double shot of espresso.
You just like wet liquid in your stomach. You just warm liquid in your stomach. We understand.
I was a double shot of espresso in the morning type of person with my coffee, and it's regular, and I will be running. I'd be running. But then when I crashed, baby, I was ready to go to sleep. And so I switched over to decaf years ago, and I never went back. And every now and then I might have some regular coffee because I don't either know it's regular coffee or the people that give it to me don't know that it's that I can't tell the difference. But yeah, it's just listen,
exactly,
guy, listen, I don't need no. That is not what we're getting ready to do here.
Listen. Epic said, don't do me.
No, we are not doing that. But Joshua, in that same vein, I don't even know if they're still open, but I remember Duck Donuts used to be in Georgetown. They had a maple bacon
Duck Donuts is just so all right. So Duck Donuts has a ton of interesting flavors, but the flavors and so it's not. I've never had a Duck
maple
Donut.
bacon donut from
Even
Duck
that
Donut
maple bacon donut.
was
So
good.
it always sounds delicious.
It was.
But in my opinion, the donut is never giving what it's supposed to give. It never gives.
I don't know what happened on your day when they did your donuts, but all I'm saying is the donut that I had, the ones that I had that I devoured from Duck Donuts, they were amazing. And again, I still
It was like a Krispy Kreme donut, but they had like an experimental factory where they do all kinds of weird shit to it. But it's the same dry ass cake donut. It wasn't anything special. Now, if we want to talk about consistent quality day to day, nothing, and I do mean nothing, beats an old good, puffy, light yeast donut from Krispy Kreme, fresh out of the fryer, and it's all warm, and you put that shit in your mouth, and it fucking just melts on your mouth, and then you get one of the lemon-filled one or one of the apple-filled one. Baby, they change your life.
See, you don't see. Listen, I will grant you that Krispy Kreme has one of the best donuts, especially when they hot. And they just coming off the motherfucker. They are amazing. And it's almost like they putting crack in them. Because I remember my mother calling me.
It's the glaze. It's the glaze. You just have a plain donut. Because for some reason you can get a plain yeast donut. But without the glaze on it, the glaze has cocaine in it. I am
that's the
glaze has cocaine in it.
Listen, I remember my mother called me one day from where she got the donuts from and where she was riding home. She called me and she was like, now, I was about to cuss somebody out, but she said I had to realize I was the only person in the car, and I done ate almost a whole damn half a dozen donuts. I said, now that don't make no damn sense.
Let me tell you, when they have like National Donut Day, and like you buy a dozen donuts and get a dozen glaze for free, baby, by the time I get home, it'd be like 3 donuts left.
But listen, wait a minute. So I'm looking at the comments. Devon talked about Shoppers got a good donut. Baby, yes, they do. But let me also tell you who has a great donut, because I'm not going to deny Shoppers. But baby, listen, you have to catch it right when it's fresh. The truck comes in between 3 and 4 a.m. depending on your location. But a 7-Eleven, if you go and get the motherfucking apple fritter.
Oh yeah, the apple fritter from 7-Eleven is top tier.
When especially ain't nobody breathed on it or touched on it, or you crack that plastic, you can get out the bin. Baby, that is hands down one of the best donut experiences to be had. That's all I'm saying. That's all.
I love how Lola and Josh are like, yeah, Bumblefuck Donut in the middle of nowhere, Iowa, has the world's best donuts. But can't nobody get to that on a regular basis. We can get, even people be like me and my boss agree that we both love Krispy Kreme donuts. And then one of the guys that we work with was like, but Tim Hortons donuts are better. But motherfucker, we don't live in Canada.
Yeah, how about that? But listen, all I'm saying, so Josh, listen, I understand you said you gained away from this topic.
Oh, Lola, but Lola turned us on.
So yes,
the fritters at the Amish market will turn you out.
The Amish market, when I tell you, listen, I'm not even. I would have suspected that they are crack dealers or they're cocaine dealers or something.
They are because those Danishes, because you could get like the cheese Danish, the cherry Danish, the apple Danish, the mango Danish, the blueberry Danish, and then they had the ones that are filled with all of the various fillings.
But
baby,
wait, when you go in the back with the baked goods, and then you find all the little baked goods, they all wrapped, and they give you like a half of a French apple pie, or they give you like a half of a lemon pound cake, or a half of, oh my God, like that, oh my God, Amish markets. Oh, there's nothing but the devil. Oh God. But listen, this is me at the Amish market.
Very.
Because I want all of it. But
anyway, I would go and get like a little quart of pickles, the garlic dill pickles, and baby, I will just fuck them up right out of the little container.
Listen, I know I likes a good pickle.
Mm-hmm. We've heard that about you.
I know I likes a good pickle out the can and also fresh. house and ever. This garlic pickle, I'm not saying that I wouldn't like it, but I'm curious because I've never had one.
We'll go. You never been. Oh, so you just never got them. Yeah. The pickle stand is right there next to the deli meat stand.
I just never got, because again, it was flashbacks of when I was a kid going around the corner, dipping your hand in that little barrel with the little plastic thing to get the little pickle out. And I just felt like in 2020, whatever.
I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
So when I grew up, there was a corner store and they sold penny candy and a couple other places around the corner from my grandmother. It was somebody, and they also used to sell pickles in those big jars or those big vats. And they would have like the clear plastic top over it. And you would take the top off. You take the glove and put your hand in the glove and reach down and get the pickle. I just had flashbacks of that because I felt like people were only doing it that way because they didn't want to get the pickle juice on their hands. They didn't care about the fact that they were putting other crap in it. So it's like, for me, it's like, So that's where I'm like,
that jar of pickles reminds me in Montgomery, Alabama, of at the bottom of the block where my grandmother lived was a little convenience store. And that's where we would go. Like if they would give us a nickel, this was in the 70s, of course. So they'd give us a little nickel or a little dime. So we would go and get candy. And they had a jar.
Oh, you're talking about down south. I was like, because a nickel didn't get us shit.
This was Montgomery, Alabama, 1981.
I was like, baby, the nickel got you 5 pieces of penny candy, and that was
and this motherfucker on the counter had a jar of pig's feet. And again, I grew up in Clinton, Maryland. We grew up in the suburbs. I had never seen a pig's foot that was not attached to a pig. And so they had this jar of pickled pig's feet that people would go in and grab. And so, like, if this is the pig's foot, right, they'll reach in the jar, grab up a pig's foot, and then he'll wrap it up in a piece of paper. And these country-ass Bamas will be walking back up the street.
You know what? Okay,
and
so
I'm like, ugh.
So let's back up. First of all, Guy, about you on this.
Go ahead. What was
that? About you on this fainting couch. And then on top of that, Devon, he was like, I bet you do like it fresh. And then he came for you and said, 81? Like,
yes, bitch. 1981. I was 10 years old in 1981. What of it? What the fuck of it?
He's a little bit older than me. I was a little younger than him.
Oh, yeah, girl. Sure. We both gonna be 53 in this calendar year.
Yes, I will be 53.
And we look exactly, Guy, and we look good.
Suffer.
Actually, Atlas is right.
This sounds like
when Atlas used to live with me, I would be like,
this sounds like a story.
If any one of you bitches in this house eats my motherfucking pickles, we, meaning you and I, are going to have to fight.
But wait a minute. Hold up. So your sister makes a German chocolate cake that I'm just now hearing about?
You've had some of her German chocolate cake before.
I have never.
Well, no, this is no. This is why you haven't, because it's got coconut. It's got the coconut caramel icing in it with the pecans.
Listen, I also told you I don't like fish, but I eat fish sticks.
And I know, here's how I know for a fact that you've had it, because every year when you came over to my house for Thanksgiving, she was instructed to make 2 things: a pan of dressing and the German chocolate cake.
So I don't think I've had the German chocolate cake. Honestly speaking, I really don't think I've had it. I've been there, broken bread, and I've had food, but I don't think I've had the German chocolate cake. I feel
like I remember that time your mother came and ate with us. She mentioned how much she loved the German chocolate cake.
So we talked about a German chocolate cake. My mother and I, when my stepfather died, the guy across the street made us a cake. It was German.
No, I hear that, but I'm saying that one time your mother came and joined us for Thanksgiving, she commented on how good my sister's German chocolate cake was.
Listen, I'm not saying it didn't happen. I don't remember.
Maybe you didn't have any because it had coconut in it. I mean, it's got lots of coconut, not in the cake, but in the icing.
But again, see, this is the same thing. Like my grandmother made coconut cake. I would eat it, even though I didn't like coconut. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those weird things. Like I just like.
Let me. So I am not embarrassed to admit that she always makes more of the icing than she needs. So she just freezes it. So every now and again, I will just go and get a spoonful of that caramel coconut
Yes.
icing and just eat it right out the frozen container.
Listen, BTFB approved. That's what it sounds like. I'm just
Very
saying.
much, very that.
But that was my week, and we got off topic. How was your week? I'm sorry.
My week was fine. You know, same old work shit. People, other people are coming up to me and was like, my boss is like, how do you put up with her? She is insane. I was like, yeah, I know. So when it come time for this, you know, for this move, for this directorship, you know, put in a good word for her, brother. So that was that. But that's work. Oh, and today I put in all of my leave. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned this to you before, but I'm gonna be on a plane next week, so we will have to cancel next week's show.
Okay.
So because I'll be on my way to Atlanta for Leather Leadership
LLC. Okay,
yeah.
I thought it's next weekend. Oh, but you're okay. That's fine.
That is next weekend, but I'm flying in on Wednesday. Thursday's prep day. Event starts on Friday.
Got you. Okay, cool with me.
And so I put in my leave for that and for my vacation because I'm out the week of April 8th through the 12th. Now I'm not going anywhere. I'm just not going to be at work.
So, hey, listen, that is your time and your vacation, baby. That's exactly what you got going on. In fact, you reminded me to put in my vacation time for the summer. Now that I think about it.
Oh, I already put that in. That was put in last year when we first put down the money for the cruise.
Yeah, so, no, I haven't done that yet. But okay, but it's going to be done.
Over the weekend. So best friend got us tickets for yes, I'll be here for my birthday, Atlas.
Okay, bye guy. Love you.
Bye guy. I mean, you could listen to the show while you eat dinner, but sure.
I mean, you could do that. I mean, you know, we would listen. Tell your husband we said hey, and he can listen too.
Exactly. But so a couple of weeks ago, best friend was like, "Hey, Bianca Del Rio's coming to town," and I'm like, "Okay, sure." And so we went, and everybody was looking cute. Epic had on his fabulous sequin bomber jacket. I had on my sparkly bedazzled top that's made by the House of Deviant.
It was deviantly branded. It may have been, I think you got the couture line. You didn't get
I got the deviantly branded hot cooter line. Yes, deviantly branded hot cooter. Hold on, so we understand. Deviantly branded hot cooter. There we go. Deviantly branded hot cooter. Hot cooter. I was so glad to have my hot cooter on. And these cute fringe pants that I got from Forever 21. So, and my fur coat.
Listen, I was about to say, listen, so for the record, the original Chinchilla Revlon is in the house. That would be, he's going under the other name of Desmond Anthony. That's what he has up on here. But I'm just saying that's the original Chinchilla Revlon.
Oh, okay. Come on, Chinchilla. I love a Chinchilla.
Chinchilla Revlon. So, but listen, I'm sending a hug and a shout out and a special.
I'm sorry. The cooter line is House of Ill Repute.
Okay.
So I was wearing a House of Ill Repute original.
I'm still sending out a special hug, kiss, high five, and a dip to my Bristol Desmond. We having a moment, and we gonna figure out what's gonna go on. But listen, bitch, I'm here for you. So let's be clear with that. So
yes,
I'm gonna leave that alone. But anyway,
and so the show was cute. We had cute seats, a nice little uninterrupted view, and
it was a good view, really good view.
And we've all seen Bianca Del Rio, like comedy clips or the pit stop or other stuff related to Drag Race or whatever. But I had never seen like a full comedy set before. So the opening act was Wendy Ho.
She was amazing. And if you
you've heard songs like Poop Noodle, and you can reach me by
Low battery.
Oh, it's a low battery. Oh my. I gotta turn it off. She's got a low battery. But she was hilarious. But Bianca Del Rio was disrespectfully funny. She was so funny.
Oh my God.
There was a woman in the audience who was frankly was dying of cancer.
And listen,
and this woman's dying wish through the Make-A-Wish Foundation was to go to a Bianca Del Rio concert and be in the front row. And Bianca let her have it the whole time. And she, like somebody was talking about, we'll see you next week. And Bianca would be like, yeah, but not you.
Baby, it was
letting this terminally ill woman have it. But that terminally ill woman was laughing her ass off. She was getting her life.
She was, but then it was so funny because she was just like, "Are you sure this is what you want for your last wish? You want with me?" But she's like, "Okay, girl, all right."
Right.
And she let her ass have it the entire show.
She did, and her set was funny. But the funniest part of the show actually was question and answer, because people. So a couple of them were kind of like shocking. Like this one guy stood up and was like,
"Oh, about the
boyfriend." How do I tell my husband that I no longer want to be with him and I want to be with my boyfriend? And now these are people who have paid for the VIP experience. So she made this man stand up, and he was there with the boyfriend. Now the boyfriend had asked another dumbass question earlier, but he was here with the boyfriend to get advice from Bianca Del Rio on how to dump the husband that he met. He'd been married to the husband like 6 years, but he had been with the boyfriend for 5.5. So Bianca was like,
"Well, wait a minute.
You was never faithful to this man."
Was that the question, or was he asking about going out? Did he talk about breaking up? I don't think I remember.
He was trying to break up with his husband.
I couldn't remember. I know, but I know that the odd thing was that he was there with the boyfriend versus the husband. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what?
Right. And that was shady. And then this one brother, first of all, this person grammar was terrible. He needed to put whatever he wrote into Grammarly first. It was like, what is I to do when my dude got side bitches or some shit like that, right? And then so of course the dude stands up. He's from North Carolina, wherever, and Bianca was like, the dude got side. He said he got side bitches that he meets and fucks off of Twitter. And Bianca asked the dude to stand up, and she was like, how long have you been dating this man? He was like 3 months. She was like, bitch, you're one of the side pieces. And she was like, where did you meet him? On Twitter? Bitch.
Listen. Bianca was letting the crowd have it. Yeah. First of all, she came out in this. She was representing for all the motherfucking AKAs across the world, even though she's not an AKA.
Yes, she was giving very neon pink and green.
It was very, very. It wasn't salmon pink and apple green, but it was neon pink and lime green.
It was reading from the stage,
and it was stone for the gods, and it was like lounge to the floor, and it was like. She just looked amazing, so I'm gonna give her that. She, her same face, it just is what it is.
Yeah,
but she looked great, she was just very comfortable. And if any of you have never had the chance to see someone like a Joan Rivers or whatever, she definitely embodied.
It was very that
Joan Rivers of 2024. You know what I mean? But they're two different people, but very similar. And I remember they actually did meet at one particular point, and she sat on the couch with her and was having a conversation. There was an interview about that. But again, I feel like that's where we are, like that with her.
Yeah, and the venue it was at Constitution Hall.
Yes.
So, and that is always a fab venue, because I feel like the venue itself is not super high. So even in the back, the far back, you're not super far away from the stage. So it's just like it has an intimacy to the venue that I really like.
Yeah. But the acoustics are horrible. Going to see a live music show, it's kind of horrible because it bounces. It's so much sound reverberating off of. It's just not. there's not a whole bunch of sound dampening anything, so it just bounces from one side to the other.
Mhm.
But it's still a great place.
Yeah. And so that was about it. I mean, we went to dinner, had a late dinner at Annie's. And we never talked about, oh boy, they just kept giving us the eye from across the.
So wait a minute. So it was that, and there was also the fact that everybody that was walking past was like, "Oh my God, you all are so attractive! Oh my God, what's going? Oh, you're so handsome! Oh, you guys look nice!" We're all like,
You know what? You know who I felt like? I felt like Naomi Campbell and Vita Bohem when they were in the booth at John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt's restaurant, and everybody was like, I love you so much. If you don't say hello to me, I'll just die. And then, like, how unfortunate for you.
yeah, it was a lot of that, and we were all sitting there like, "What the fuck?" And then
I'm like, yes, bitch, we know we're fabulous, but
yeah,
okay.
that one little old lady was like, "Oh my God, you all look so fabulous," and it was kind of like, bitch, I mean,
Right. I felt like Greta Garbo, like, I want to be alone.
yeah, like it was a whole lot of that, and it was very weird. But yeah, but what about old boy that kept giving out? What is that? What was that? What?
So, like, here we are minding our own business, right? And you know how when you like in a restaurant or in a public space and you're just looking around, and every time you look in a certain direction, here this bitch is looking back at you. So you like, and I was like, and I was like, why is this bitch looking at us? Because there was no way. No way. How the song go? Hold on, let me see if we got a little bit of battery.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Let me get my background.
There is no way that I would ever go home with that man.
But baby, listen,
when avert your fucking eyes, please. Thank you.
He was staring like a mother, and I was like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, well, but I'm also sitting there thinking, like, the thought that came to my mind, I didn't say to you then, was I was like, did y'all hook up or something? And he's like, still want to do it again or something? Like, what the fuck?
No, girl, because if he had been somebody, because here's my thing. If that had been somebody that I had hooked up with, I'd have been like, bitch.
Listen,
I hooked up with him one time. But so this is what I would have done. I would have been like, because best friend is sitting across me. I'd have been like, best friend, you're my man. Because best friend know exactly what to do when I say shit like that. And he would have instantly reached over and started stroking my hand and everything so that, anybody, because we've done it in the club before.
Okay. Well, oh, wait. No.
I have done that too.
We have. But listen, let me also tell you who's notorious for that. Bitch, this is why I can't get a date in Philadelphia now. One motherfucking chinchilla Revlon. Bitch, we hanging out all the motherfucking time. This bitch, we is over on the other side of the club, bitch, having big fun over there. I'm standing back in the corner, I'm doing my shit, I'm looking around, and especially on the nights when you feel like you looking extra cute and shit. You was like, damn, I'm ready to do something. Bitch, not a soul walked over to me. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? This motherfucker's walking past like, oh, I don't know, but come on, child, let's go. Years later, this bitch confesses in like 2013, bitch, I told everybody that you was my man. I said, bitch, that's why none of these bitches like me. And he had been saying this shit for years. And he would go on and on and on. He would be like, bitch, he crazy. Listen, my boyfriend over there, he's standing. Look at the guy over there with the gray hair. Bitch, he crazy. Look, he looking mad now, bitch, he crazy. I'm telling you, just walk away. Listen, right? I was his abusive boyfriend. Like, what the fuck? Like, this is why I only had the 7 dates I had in Philadelphia, bitch. That's it. The fuck, shit. Right?
7 good dates.
Oh no. Yes, they were. Yeah. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. But anyway, yes, I definitely get that. I get that. I get that whole situation. But yeah, dude was a little weird. But I mean, anyway, it was a good night, so that was good.
We had a lovely night. Yes,
it definitely was. So, but Best Friend has turned into like the best Julie the cruise ship director ever. So I mean, like, I'm here for it.
Yeah, and because like he got us tickets, told us about some gay event with an open bar shit that's happening. Of course, I'm gonna be out of town. Are you gonna go?
Yeah, I'm not. I won't be here.
Where you gonna be?
I got another event going on.
Sorry, I'm in your business. Sorry.
No, it's not that. But you know, I talk about.
Yeah. But yeah, so so Best Friend do be hooking us up. He is definitely our cruise director.
Oh, wait a minute. So is Sean still in here? Listen, these 3 kids need more than that. Don't
He sent you $10.
These 3 kids need more than that. But that's all right. I'm not gonna get upset. I'm not gonna get wrapped up in it.
He sent you $10 and thought he was doing something.
Damn trifling ass damn kids and dealing with.
Now diapers cost more than $10.
What the fuck? $10 is 2 diapers. The fuck is that? Anyway, I'm leaving that alone. But anyway, the week. So for all in all, the week and the week for me was good. The week for you was good, and the show was fantastic. So, I think that, I mean, if we can have weeks like that all the time, because sometimes we don't, and it's okay. Right. But it makes it good when we get to weeks like this. So that's always a good thing.
Yes.
But are we ready to jump into the tickety talks?
We are. So we've already seen this one.
We've already seen Alicia.
Police say that Carter held this 32-year-old pregnant woman hostage for years. The warrant says that she'd send him texts like, "I'm dying." And he responded, quote, "Quit with the dramatics." That's all according to this warrant. Police say that she was locked in a garage bedroom. The windows were boarded up. There was a deadbolt on the door, a tube sticking out of the room for ventilation. Carter bonded out of jail just last month, and when he did, the judge gave him strict orders. He was not to have any contact with the alleged kidnapping victim, but it appears, according to the warrant, that he violated that, so now he is back in jail. He is due in court 2 weeks from today. Police say that Carter held this 32-year-old pregnant.
So I have questions.
I have several.
I want to start with this hairline.
That's exactly where I want to start, because it's giving a donut vibe.
Yes, and not in a good way.
It's giving a donut and a shag in the back. Like, okay, I'm sorry.
I'm giving that. I also want to know how you can keep somebody hostage when they have a cell phone. I mean, I don't understand how that works. Sorry, I didn't mean to have Atlas on the screen like that. He said that he sent that woman text saying, "I'm dying." So my question is, if you can text him, then you can text the police or a friend or somebody.
Maybe I don't know. Listen,
maybe exactly. I was literally going to say that. Definitely Dunkin' Donuts vibes because it's dry.
Oh, Lola, that's how we doing it, Lola. That's how we gonna do it. That's how we gonna curry it. That's how we curry it. Okay.
That's how we curry. That's how we curry.
Okay, Lola. All right. I see you now. Mm-hmm. But now, maybe I'm thinking, aren't there some of the prepaid phones or like phones for your kids that you can kind of program the numbers in that you can dial and only dial?
Yeah, but every phone allows you to dial emergency 911 by design.
Absolutely.
And this dude don't look like he was some sort of technology whiz where he pre-programmed the phone and all of that stuff. So I don't know.
Listen, maybe he did a mister. It said, "Don't touch them buttons. You know, I fixed them." So I know if anybody.
I guess, and I mean, this is sad, but this feels like there is a lot more to this story, and I don't feel like diving that deeply into it.
But wait a minute, he's a Houston rapper? Is that what I'm understanding?
That's what the Chiron says, that this man was a rapper.
He's wait. So he's a rapper. Okay, so he wraps up the burgers at the Arby's. Is that what you're saying? Or no, I'm sorry. He wraps up the burgers at the motherfucking BK. Have it your way. That's where he wraps up these burgers. You can't tell me that he is going to string words together and create a lyric and then make it poetic and it rhymes and then it's a song and then it's able to be like looked at as rap. You can't tell me that this man with this donut and a shag is a rapper.
Hip hop is for everyone, Epic.
Niggas, I mean nigga people. Oh Lord. Niggas, I mean nigga people. Oh Lord. Niggas, I mean nigga people.
Baby, listen.
Nig people.
Baby, she felt
Come
that.
on, Nig people.
She felt that down in her shanana when she said that. She meant what she was saying.
She sure did. And she was like, son of a bitch.
I'm so tired of them talking about these countries will pay you this amount of money to move there, but do they like niggas?
I mean, it's a lie though, because I don't like when people be like, yeah, America is crazy racist. So I packed up all of my shit and moved to Germany. And I'm like, listen, I don't know that I have any personal experience about Germany or any other country, but I'm like,
again, the question is,
do they like Negroes?
Negroes.
And so those are always questions that, get me together. So
hello.
All right, so we're going to go back.
Here's a look at this.
I've been with my girl for 4 years, but she refuses to throat my meat and expects me to eat her cooter. I resorted to finding DL men on Grindr to get my meat throated. I find myself not only receiving throated, but I find myself not only receiving throat, but now I also enjoy giving other DL men throat. I'm not gay though. Well, you're not straight. Come on, it's 2024, babes. Be who you are. You are going on an app where men seek other men to find man throat. And not only are you enjoying their man throat, you giving up that throat too. Come on now. Let someone.
Yeah.
So I get it that part of this is there's some comedy in here that I think she's trying to get across. But again, it's all on the spectrum, sexuality. So I don't know what we're gonna call this man. But what I definitely will say is he needs to have a conversation with his partner, whoever she is, and they need to figure that out. That's all I'm gonna say. That's my suggestion.
My thing is, don't ever do anything, straight, gay, otherwise. Don't ever ask for anything in a relationship that you aren't willing to do. Now, I'm not talking about, in a gay relationship or a lesbian relationship. If you prefer to be the bottom, that's different. But, whatever you do or whatever you want done, don't be afraid to do the reciprocal. So if you're in a heterosexual relationship, if you want your dick sucked, you better be prepared to eat some pussy. If it's two women, you want your pussy ate, you better be prepared to eat some pussy. If you're in a two men or two people with penises, if you want your penis sucked, you should be prepared to suck some penis. Unless that's the entire relationship that you all have, sort of arranged and whatever. But, so yeah. But anyway, this was disgusting, but we need to talk about it. This one is, watch this. Hold on.
This is why you should not make cinnamon rolls or any baked goods out of your yeast infection. I just want to do some damage control because I know I came on here and said I made cinnamon rolls out of my yeast infection and they turned out really good. They tasted really good. But we consumed them, and 2 days later, these white spots start popping up on mine and my husband's tongue, and I'm Googling what that means, and it says it's oral thrush, which is essentially a yeast infection for your mouth, and the reason we have it is because we consumed my yeast infection. So what I thought was a very special Valentine's gift, truly a pastry made with love from things that came from my body, turned out to be the president of oral thrush. And it's not fun having it. It's not the most comfortable thing to live with. It's kind of painful. And I just feel so bad for giving it to my husband and I'm thinking I need to make it up to him in some way. Now, I would make a pastry out of my breast milk again, but the yeast is just not worth it. Just go buy yeast from the grocery store. And if you want to, you can just lie and say it is your yeast infection that's in it, but it's definitely not worth it. Anyway, I just wanted to come on here because I felt obligated to do that damage control, because I know a lot of you look up to me and are influenced by me, and we're thinking about trying that just because I did, but don't do it.
Can we just go to the next story? Thank you.
Ask your question. If you had a child and someone molested your child.
Pause.
Joshua, you are in a virtual timeout. Take your ass over in that corner. Don't you back talk me shit. Take your Atlas, get him over in the corner. Over in the corner now.
Right. So back to this video.
Would you take money? You know what you would do? Beat the heck out of that man. If you could, have your husband beat the heck out of him, then call the cops and tell them what that person had done to your child and have him arrested. Anytime somebody take money for something like that, anyone should know it's not the truth. They just want money from a person. I would never take money for something like that if somebody had molested one of my children. No way.
I agree.
That's why.
So when I saw this, I was like,
I have some very complex feelings, but please, Dominion, there's a question on the floor. Yes, the young man in the red shirt. Yes.
So I agree. And then, so I have another question. If someone accused you of molestation and you had the time and the financial means to fight it, why would you settle? Why would you give money? That's my question. Because if someone said, I mean, I don't have no money, so you wouldn't get none from, getting it from me. But that's a very serious charge, no matter how much money you have to go around. And Michael Jackson had more than enough money to fight it, and he chose to settle.
This is a complicated question for me because it has been, I'm not going to say documented, it's been widely speculated and talked about that Joseph was abusive to the kids. So if you're applying that same logic,
but yeah.
Say it again.
Not sexually abusive, but yeah, physically abusive for sure.
Abusive. But in that same vein or that same mindset, then why didn't you speak up and say something to Joe at that particular point? But now I'm not saying what she said was not logical. But I just
sometimes I feel like you should just shut the fuck up after the situation has already happened, because I hear that you trying to defend your son, right, and whatever, but in my mind, whatever happened on the other side was not kosher enough that they did whatever did happen, they didn't want it to get out,
right?
So they chose to settle. So I think you should have just shut the fuck up. I mean, no respect, Miss Catherine, but you should just shut the fuck up and just shut the fuck up. You should have just left it alone, because you're just opening yourself up for literally these kinds of questions, because other people are going to say, if you say to me, Dominion, you sexually assaulted someone or you molested someone, I can vociferously and without any sort of qualification say no. If I have to qualify that, or there's some piece of that story that I don't want to get out or whatever, and then I settle, you know that there's almost always some reason, and maybe you didn't do exactly what he said, and maybe those people are 100% out for the money, but your shit isn't clean either. So you should just shut the fuck up and just leave it alone.
It's weird to me because she's of all of the not all the parents because there's only two of them, but both her and Joe, it's like she never says anything, and now she's saying something. I'm like,
yeah,
just.
I mean, this is an older video because she's
significantly
older.
No. Yeah. I'm not saying there's not an old video because it is, but I'm just saying, just in general, you weren't even doing interviews for all this time. You were just in the background. You were just being mother. That's it.
Right.
But okay, I
it's time for more Dynasty.
Yes.
Hell is falling to pieces.
Mrs. Colby.
Good morning. I won't have any coffee, thank you.
Not even laced with something?
I appreciate your leaving Blake's last night. It was a family matter, and I'm grateful that you understood.
If this visit has a point, please get to it.
Well, I've lived up to my end of the bargain. A while ago, you made me a proposition that if I stopped trying to have Blake arrested, you'd drop that lawsuit against me. Well, I'm letting Blake off the hook.
Oh, how magnanimous of you, since now even you know that he didn't kill the man.
Sable, a deal's a deal.
When timing is timing, that ship has sailed, Alexis. I made you the offer. You rejected it.
Besides, the SEC's already investigating Colby Co.
Well, I'm sure that if you two put your pointy little heads together, you could stop that investigation. Particularly since I now know what's buried under Blake's house. Did you really think I wouldn't find out about that style picture? The one that drained the color from your already pallid face?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Does the name Adolf Hitler ring a bell?
You would use that against Blake?
No, I'd use that against you.
You'd pursue this? Even after what you went through with him and Fallon last night? Oh.
Sable, I'm a survivor, and nobody brings me down. You want to take Colby? Go ahead, try it, and I'll fight back with everything that I've got. So, my offer still stands. Drop that lawsuit, and I'll give up all claims to that Nazi treasure. And we can all live happily ever after. Auf Wiedersehen.
Yes.
Can we just go back to the beginning? Because when I say that was old nasty walk, get into the walk.
Mrs. Colby.
Good morning.
Yes, that walk with that hip sway. She walked in like, no, I don't
know. But nasty walk.
Here's the thing. She wasn't talking to anyone. No one offered her any coffee. So
baby, at all.
Any coffee.
At all. But baby, that walk just took me in. She said, well, no, I won't be having any coffee. And what's her face said? Not even
laced with something. That killed me. And what also killed me, she was like, that picture that drained the color from your already pallid
face. Yes.
And also, we gotta, I can't, because of this thing.
I won't have any coffee, thank you.
Not even laced with something?
I appreciate your leaving Blake's last night. It was.
Anyway, the dress that Fallon has on in this thing with them puffy, ugly ass sleeves.
Baby, listen.
That is the ugliest piece of stuff I've ever seen.
Oh, wait a minute. Can we just talk about this hairstyle? Because, baby, listen, when I tell you that there was at least 3 women in my family that had this hairstyle, my mother included. Baby, I was
my mother had a variation on this hairstyle, too.
Oh, my God. Ugh.
You put the rollers in, right? Then you brush it all the way back, and then you push it forward.
And it's called the snatchback. And then you take the comb.
Yes, and then you tease it, and you spray it, and that shit stayed in place all day through I don't know how much cognac and coke and card games and cigarettes. Salem 100, Salem Light 100s, obviously.
They were Salem's, but not Salem Light 100s.
See, that was after my mother quit smoking after the second heart attack. And then my cousin Greg died and she started smoking again. So she made the healthier choice to go to Salem Light 100s.
So wait a minute, did she even do the next best thing? Because my parents did this. They would get the little filter and they would put the little cigarette in the filter and everything. It drains some of the nicotine out.
No, she didn't do that one.
It only drains the nicotine out when you actually change the filter, and the filter is not originally supposed to be black. It's supposed to be. But
so you said it didn't really work.
It didn't really work.
Honey, I am straighter than a pair of chopsticks laying flat on a kitchen table. Hetero, hetero, hetero cunt. I eat vagina for lunch. Honey, I am straighter than the posture of a military soldier. Honey, I am so straight, I have never even seen a man before, okay? I don't know what a man looks like, tastes like, or feels like, or smells like, or... Honey, I am straighter than the number one. I've had several women in my life. Several, okay? And we've had so much, intercourse. We've had so much of it. Oh my God. Honey, I've been with so many women, honey. So many women with so many boobies. Roses are red. I love women. If the kitty cat's wet, then I'm going swimming. I love women so much when I see them, I get erect. Erect! Honey, I don't know what a twink is. Honey, the only twink I know is the little cake with the icing in the middle. Honey, if I was a homosexual, I would be out and proud, but that's just not my life. That's not my tea, okay? You can't clock me, sis. I'm too straight for you gays. Get away from me, you bottom. You have nothing that I want. Oh, look, there's a woman right now. Yes, bitch. Cons. Cons. Oh, yes, honey. Scrumdiddlyumptious. Yum, 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 making my mouth water. My mouth is watering. My mouth is watering. My mouth is watering. My God. You see what women make me do? Got me acting up in this bitch. Honey, I...
Gone!
He is
Gone!
now. He is definitely one of my favorites now. This motherfucker is hilarious. And I love it.
We're going to be out somewhere and I'm just going to be like, Gone! Gone!
Hilarious. Hey, Shady Puppy, I didn't see you in there. What's going on, baby?
Last one.
Listen, I'm a queen. Don't come. Don't sin, I won't come. Don't sin. Don't do me. Do your hair, do your taxes, do your children. Don't do me. Do your taxes, do your hair, do your children. Don't do me. Because when I start doing you, you're not going to like it. You're not going to like it. You're not going to like it. Don't sin. And I want to ride.
I mean...
I once again, spot the lie.
Right.
Because I feel like...
Mother has spoken.
Yeah, like I feel like we done gave you all the tools that you need and all the forewarnings that you need, but when you rub that lamp, the genie will pop out.
Right. Or in another way, one of the things she has said in the past, like, play with your pussy, not me.
Not me. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Play with your pussy,
not me.
Not me.
Yep.
All right, so let's get into these. Get into some stories before, baby. Thank you so much for this slide deck, because just previewing it, I was like,
I cannot with you. Let's first of all, let's get through this. This was a pretty light this story right here.
Mm-hmm.
But again, so listen, TMZ reported there was a naked woman who went on a rampage in LA earlier this week. She was attacking folks at Venice Beach. But another lady was ready to throw down with medieval weapons, no less. So this wild incident was captured on Monday by witnesses in broad daylight, with this woman who was butt naked going berserk on the boardwalk near the beach. And in a video obtained by TMZ, the nude woman squared up with another girl who was in a black tank top who had a spiked club. Think, what's his name from Walking Dead?
Why is this bitch walking around with a spiked club on the beach?
Neiman was his name.
All right, I'm sorry, that was a lot. I'm asking questions like you know. Okay.
But okay. So the woman in the black tank top swung the bat at her, and then she retreated as she tried to defend herself. Then she went back and forth with her for a bit, and then the birthday suit girl kind of did a little catwalk at some particular point when the woman was going back and forth. Then the woman struck her with the baton before throwing it at her. And then the new woman picked it up and started running at the woman and trying to hit her. But then the other woman who had the tank top on came back with another baton. And so they were going back and forth and battling on the pavement. Now, there was witnesses there. They saw the whole altercation. They said it went on for about 6 minutes, and they called the police, but no response. Listen, as of right now, by the time we just reported this, there's still no word from local police as of this day. As of right now, as of today, as of this moment, why people were accosted and what happened and where the story was. No one knows. But again, it was reported, so that's where we are. So naked people in LA, listen, or people on Venice Beach, be on the lookout for this naked woman that's running around attacking people, I guess. Listen.
Right.
But sad news today. I just found out from TMZ also that Richard Lewis from Curb Your Enthusiasm, he died. He was a comedian, actor. He was opposite Larry David on this show. He passed away last night. And Bette Midler was one of the first people that reported it out, saying that on a sad note, the great Richard Lewis has died. Now, his reps, Richard Lewis, they said that he died from a heart attack in his home in LA. And it's a shocking turn of events for him because he had been publicly battling Parkinson's, where he announced that he's been diagnosed within the last year. Now, the last time we saw him out in public was actually alongside his wife, Joyce. She appeared to be helping him walk, but he was out and about, just going about his business and doing whatever he does. But again, he died and he was at the age of 76, and he's survived by his wife, Joyce. So for those of you that watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, you definitely will know exactly what I'm talking about when you go to tune in, because he had a recurring role. And he's also, again, a hell of a stand-up comedian. He's been on several things, and he's had several funny moments over the years.
Yes.
So, okay. So here we go. News of the weird. 3 things that popped up. Listen, you know how you go into your glove box and you think you have a whole bunch of things in there that could be impressive, like napkins or wet wipes or whatever. Listen, this person didn't have a glove box full of parking tickets, but what they did have was they found. Let me start over here. If you think that having a glove box full of unpaid parking tickets was impressive, police detectives and patrol officers arrested Ayoka Keith, aka Carol Sumner, on February 15th, 2 weeks after she was charged with an astonishing 322 felonies, 327 misdemeanors by the Spring Township Police Department in Bellefonte, Pennsylvania. Keith is an over-the-road trucker, and her 649 warrants were related to the theft of thousands of dollars from a relative. So I don't even understand how you have that many damn felonies. But again, if they're saying that it's a felony for, let's just say, stealing something or taking something, like, I don't know if it was money or checks or something or whatever, then listen, I guess I can see that, but that's a lot. This other story that was reported in News of the Weird was a 42-year-old resident of Ajax, Ontario, was arrested and charged with an impaired driving on February 20th at the Durham Regional Police Station, where he had driven to complain about his arrest for public intoxication earlier that morning. Now, the man asked to speak to a supervisor when he arrived at the station, but officers noticed he seemed to be intoxicated. And after confirming he had driven himself, they issued a breathalyzer test, which the man failed. His license was suspended and his vehicle was impounded.
This is awkward.
To those parrots that you may keep in your home, especially the ones that we may know someone that does this or have done this, but taught that parrot how to say some bad words. Mm-hmm. Well, listen, 8 potty-mouthed parrots were set to rejoin the rest of their flock at the Lincolnshire Wildlife Park in Boston, in the United Kingdom. After zoo officials decided that recent efforts to help the dirty birds clean up their act in isolation had shown some promise. Now, Steve Nichols, who serves as the chief executive of the park, still isn't sure what will happen when the birds are reunited with their more well-behaved peers. He says we could end up with 100 swearing parrots on our hands.
Hey, that's exactly what you're going to end up with.
Only time will tell. So
the parrots are pretty smart, and so they're going to learn from those other parrots, and you're going to have 100 parrots saying "fuck, fuck, fuck."
If you all hear about any bad potty mouth parrots in the UK, listen, y'all heard about it here first.
Right.
Okay. So I was debating whether I should even report this, but I am going to report it. There is we lost Listen, Mitch McConnell, the longest serving state senator in history, maintained his power in the face of dramatic convulsions in the Republican Party for almost 2 decades, will step down from that position in November. He turned 82 last week and announced his decision Wednesday in the well of the Senate, the chamber where he looked in awe from its backbenches in 1985 when he arrived, and where he grew increasingly comfortable in the front row seat afforded the party leaders. Now, he said, one of life's most underappreciated talents is to know when it's time to move on to life's next chapter. So I stand before you today to say this will be my last term as Republican leader of the Senate. He also said, Father Time remains undefeated. I am no longer the young man sitting in the back, hoping colleagues would remember my name. It is time for the next generation of leadership. I will report that you are going, and that's where we are. So, but in other news, DJ Khaled, he gets some heat for this ridiculous stunt that he had with his bodyguards. Found this on Huffington Post. Now, DJ Khaled, he's getting slammed for having his security guards carry him on stage to perform. Now, he posted a brazen video Monday on Instagram that showed his bodyguards carrying him from his car to a nearby truck and then to a stage for a performance at the 2024 South Beach Wine and Food Festival in Miami, just to keep his sneakers clean. He said, and I quote, "I don't want to get my Jordans dirty. Can I get everybody to help me? Please, everybody help me. Thank you, brothers. I appreciate it. Can't mess up the J's." Now, a number of people have since criticized this meme-abled Khaled in the post comment section. And one person said, "Honestly, Khaled, I think you deserve all your success and achievements in life. You're a real inspiration, but this time you took it too far." And they added that the stunt was wrong in so many ways and that guards are not slaves. Now, he didn't say that in his post, but okay, I can understand how you got to that part. Someone else said, "I have no respect for you. This is ridiculous that a grown, oversized man would do this." And another person wrote, "Shaking my damn head. He talks so much about God and behaves like this over a pair of shoes. Ridiculous." Now, Khaled was also dragged by commenters referencing the Israel-Gaza conflict, with one user saying his own people being murdered, starved, terrorized, and he's worrying about his sneakers. No respect for him anymore. Khaled is the son of Palestinian immigrants. He said nothing about the conflicts since it came to a head in October after Hamas militants carried out a deadly attack in southern Israel, killing about 1,200 people and kidnapping 250 others. In response, Israel launched a counterattack in Gaza, and it resulted in the deaths of more than 29,000 Palestinians. It's unlikely that he intended to spark such an outrage, but it's clear that a lot of people are upset with his latest stunt. Khaled, I don't know what to say to you. I think the thing that still stuck with me about DJ Khaled is the fact that he said that he does not go down on his wife. I don't know. That's stuck in my head. And he also believes that as he is the king of his household, that he is afforded oral sex.
And if his wife want to put up with it because he got money, then sure.
Listen, that's it. I got nothing. But that's all the stories I got for you all today. We're gonna jump right into this this special version of the Hooties, which is those hoes who turn it. And this is the designer edition. Now listen, we're doing Schiaparelli. Now, let's be clear. This picture and this design, this is, and you can go to the next slide. This is Elsa Schiaparelli. Now, Maison Schiaparelli is a haute couture house created by the avant-garde Italian fashion designer Elsa Schiaparelli in 1927. And they're moving towards a luxury ready-to-wear after being bought in 2007 by Diego Della Valle. Lord have mercy.
Della Valle.
Diego Della Valle. Jeez. So when you start looking at, so this means that she was actually out before Christian Dior. She was also actually out before what's his name? What's Cristobal's first name is the first name of a designer. I can't think of the is it Margiela? No, I can't think of what it's. But anyway, she was the it girl before, like Christian Dior and a couple other people. So let's be clear. Schiaparelli has been around for a very long time, and her fucking designs and her fashions are incredible. I was never a big Schiaparelli fan because I didn't quite understand all of her stuff. But baby, the more you went down the rabbit hole and the more you saw, because for me, this was the most dramatic picture I could have seen of someone that is the designer that wears her shit, feels her shit, and makes her shit look good, because this picture for me is everything of her. I'm just saying. So, but I found a lot of these pictures that was from the spring summer line of 2023. But then there's some pictures that are old, some pictures that are new. But again, let's get into some of these fashions of the incomparable Elsa Schiaparelli. Now, these three designs right here, these are spring and summer 2023 looks that were here. She does very big, gaudy, I should say gaudy, but very over the top stuff, like most designers do in some way, shape, or form. But she seemed to be focused this particular season on animals, animal print, and just the grandeur of animals, I guess. I'll look at it that way. This was again part of the spring and summer collection, but there was a theme for this one as well. These were celestial beings or sun. I can't remember. I think it was
like that. Yeah,
it's something celestial. I think it was. But again, these pieces are architecturally just at least the gold one for me is architecturally amazing. The black is amazing as well, but again, it's the gold that's really amazing for me. These were also some of her more reserved looks. But again, there's a little piece of drama that's in here. The size of the hat, the jewelry that's attached to the bustier, the top of the shirt that she's wearing, which looks like a bustier from the bottom. But again, it's amazing. Again, some more, reserved and conservative looks from Schiaparelli. But this high collar is giving me everything. Now,
this gold jacket turns me out.
Let me just tell you something, that this motherfucking gold sequin jacket, when I tell you I would rock that to the Black Degree Factory in the rain.
Yes.
Baby, can you see me marching across that yard? Baby, from one end to the next. You couldn't tell me shit. I wouldn't give a damn what you said. This was absolutely amazing to me, and I thought it was.
I loved it
because of the color. And the one thing that I found, at least in the pictures I've seen from Schiaparelli, while recently there have been more people of color and more darker skinned people in her fashion lines that have been making these colors pop like shit. And this was an amazing thing for me. I thought this was absolutely gorgeous and beautiful.
And the top is painted on.
Yes, because it goes all the way up to her
the
face.
Whole line. This is all paint here up.
It's
up
amazing.
On her face.
It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
This was one of my favorites because I felt like there was some drama with this one shoulder. It was giving me like a.
And imagine if when he turns to the side, it is like a whole cameo.
Right, and then you turn back around, you can see my face. But like, get into this face, honey. Suffer. Like right. I enjoyed this piece. I thought it was amazing.
This was kind of basic, but I love this lobster necklace.
Yeah, it was very, she had to throw a little something in it to make it Schiaparelli. And I can't, the thing for me that's interesting with her is I can't really give her a specific theme or like something that says it's Schiaparelli. Like it's not one thing that in particular that she does. At least I'm not thinking that way it is. I'm thinking maybe it's the size of the accessories possibly. But again, she just has some wonderful shit. This top for me was amazing. Absolutely amazing. And it appears to be metal or made out of something metallic. But the sculpture and everything, it's amazing because it's not only horizontal, but it's also vertical going around her as well. It's amazing.
It's kind of basic.
Like little basic look. But if you get in close up on it, it's sequined. And I think it was a lace top that was sequined to the gods.
Oh, okay.
This was drama.
The movement on this is giving
drama. That's all that. Listen, that's all I just kept saying drama. I kept hearing it shake going down the runway and watching it to the left and to the right. This was another one of my favorite fucking looks.
I love this keyhole.
The detailing in this entire gown, all the way up to her face, was amazing. These are all individual little strips. Amazing. Absolutely. Again, this is, if you look at it, it's kind of insecty animal print. Not animal print. Like giving you butterfly wings or even like maybe even something insecty around the top. But I thought it was a beautiful piece.
And I think this is a see-through window, so like from the side, it's another sort of framed face cameo.
Yes. Another top that was, at first I thought it was painted, but this actually is metallic on her. It's something metal on her. Now, that doesn't mean that some of her body's not painted, but this breastplate, this is definitely, I don't know if it's clear plastic see-through that was painted, but it's a piece that's on her.
Yeah.
The drama of it all says
it's a simple black dress, but with the titties out.
Listen, the drama of it all, it says, I'm not a slut, I'm a whore.
Right.
Like, it's kind of like, that's just kind of what I got. But I love it.
Exactly. I'm not a slut, I'm a whore. I got paid to sleep with your man.
Yeah, like I'm here, like it's giving me everything. So thank you. So Devon was actually saying that Schiaparelli is known for her structure and embellishment. Now see, that's what I'm finding out because of all these little details. So thank you for that. But listen, she is amazing.
Exactly. Devon said it's called In Call Only.
There it is. But that gown with the feathers on it, and even the next one with all the other individual pieces, like all of these things are amazing. And do you understand the time it takes to put this shit onto the items? Right. Oh my God. Ugh. This was something that was, it was a little demure. It looked like, I thought it was a gown, but then the more I was looking at it, is this a pantsuit on the bottom? I couldn't quite figure it out.
I'm not sure if those are pants. I think those are pants.
I feel like they're pants, like it's a balloon type of pant, but it's beautiful. Listen, this top is giving me very much of what Annabella Sciorra, I think it was, in Death Becomes Her. Like when she gets dressed, this is what she'll put on because she don't want to be naked, just boobs covered with jewels.
Exactly.
Very like a jewel top. Listen, Miss Doja Cat came through when she walked this particular fashion show. I'm not a fan of the red skin and all that stuff, but the gown and her attitude was cool. But something else I noticed, baby, Miss Doja Cat, I don't know if it's these boots, but baby, she got some big feet. Now listen, them boots look a little big. They look a little big, but hey, listen, she's on the runway. I am not, but it's beautiful. This was something a little, calm, a little tame. Except
the dress is a little simple. It's the accessories.
Yeah, the accessories, and but it's cute. It's very cute. Another,
I fucking love this.
Listen,
because of the movement when she walks is going to be amazing.
Yep. This is another one that structurally I kept trying to figure out why is she going this way, but then I stopped. I looked at it. It looks like an elephant ears in the trunk. That's why. But it's
it's very organic.
Yeah, it's beautiful though. It's absolutely beautiful.
This looks like they just dripped wax all over her body, and it's amazing.
It is abso-fucking-lutely gorgeous. It is, and it looks, and like you said, it looks like it's wax and it's dripped. And when you got closer up on it, it looked like they were individual pieces.
I'm sure those are individual pieces.
And it looks like they were put onto like a mesh body net or something. But it is gorgeous, gorgeous. This I had to go into. I went in for this because I said, now wait a minute. I'm either in a bad dream, or I'm in a dungeon, or I'm at the dungeon that's in a bad dream that's at a fashion show. Baby, this hits all the boxes for me. It's a lot. It's a little bit of confusion. It's some sexy. It's some good, some bad, but I like it.
Yes.
The drama of
I love that this whole dress is hanging off the fucking earrings.
The drama is amazing. And it's the earrings. Quit your playing. This is another tough ass white. Now again, if I put this motherfucking suit on with that yellow motherfucking sequin jacket, bitch, don't talk to me ever! 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 Do you hear me? So she did some stuff for the men. This pink look, at first glance, I thought, oh my God, this was the outfit that Niecy Nash wore one year. But I was like, no, it's not. But it's still a beautiful outlet, the outfit, the colors and everything. I see she did something for the men folks. She got a little sweater and a little hat and, You know, so that's cute. It's cute. I like it. This is classic. I'm sorry, not classic. Vintage Schiaparelli. But it looks amazing. This model is bringing this all the way together, and it looks confusion all at the same time because there's like a bodice, and the bodice is like a corset, but then it looks like it's a bolero jacket, but then it looks like the skirt is coming up over top of the corset or the bottom of the corset. So listen, it's confusion, but it's amazing at the same time.
Yes.
This jacket structurally is amazing to me.
I don't like the look at all, but it's an interesting concept.
Yeah, it looks like each of these pieces were tied into little knots and then made to stand. And I thought that's what was amazing to me. That's what I took from this. I thought it was amazing. Listen, I don't really have too many words for this, but
it's very avant-garde meets Viking.
Listen, it's beautiful. Now, this jacket right here as well, another piece.
Now, if I had on this jacket, you all are not allowed to look at me or speak to me for 35 minutes and 37 seconds.
Baby, it is amazing. This denim jacket, listen, quit your playing. Quit fucking playing. Now,
I did not care for these at all because this is a whole dress.
Yes.
Turned at a 45 or whatever this angle is. And like, as you can see in the back, like the dress is like a separate construction that sits forward of the model's body. And I just didn't care for this this particular series of designs.
But it's a look. It's definitely a look. It may not be one of my faves, but it's a look.
Yes. Now this
drama.
When we were talking about Schiaparelli, this was the look that I wanted to see. This is, I was the in-call mistress, and my pussy was so good that he married me. Then he died under mysterious circumstances, and this is the dress that I am wearing to his funeral.
Listen, the fact that you have this entire story already laid out, baby, listen, that's why we're friends. That is exactly why we're friends.
But the way that the veil just comes out of the bodice of the dress, and then it's got a gold crown to the hat and the purse has fucking feet.
Listen, she's this is
and the shoes have claws.
She has a whole line, if you go onto her site, of accessories. So shoes, bags, everything. Her stuff is a little, I have to pick individual pieces. Because some of it goes way left, and some of it goes way right, and some of it goes way up, and some of it goes way down. But can we also talk about the price tag on it? Listen.
Oh, I'm certain. We're looking at least $50,000 worth of shit right here.
Oh, she is not cheap at all.
No.
This was a good look. I thought it was as a coat. I thought it was a good look.
I love that it's are those beads or something that gives the illusion of a body?
Well, it's painted, and then it is kind of beaded and rhinestone in little spots. But it also gave me homage to me. It made me think of, and I don't know if this person got the inspiration from her or vice versa, or just a coincidence. But in Kill Bill, where Daryl Hannah went into the hospital to go and kill Miss Beatrix, and she walked in with that white jacket on, and she was whistling, and they had the dots on the outside, like outlining the jacket. It was motherfucking clean. It made me think about that. But again, yes, this is definitely one of those looks that I thought, and the collar was something I thought was amazing.
Going back to this one, Deviant said, "Respect my privacy and my level of cunt at this time of grieving."
Yes, Divine.
Very that. It is very that.
Yes. This was another piece I thought was amazing. Like, baby,
this says, I'm going out to the club in San Tropez or Ibiza.
And listen, I'm a party like a motherfucking rock star, bitch, but don't get too close to me, bitch.
Because, this is not a soft fabric. So if you're in the club and she is dancing all around, this was going to rake your face.
Don't you touch my scalper. Bitch, don't touch my scalper. I'll fuck you up. Bitch, you not, this is a motherfucking car on my body. Get the fuck out of here. I like the construction of this because it's like
Schiaparelli was asked to design new nun habits for the Catholic Church.
Yeah, I like the constructed look of this. I thoroughly enjoy this.
I love how it looks windblown, and yet it looks like it's in motion constantly.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I don't care what you say about Cardi B, but what I will say about this motherfucking gown,
sickening.
Whoever's dressing Cardi, baby, you are earning every penny. Just like we just said, whoever was dressing, what's her face?
Fantasia.
Fantasia, earning your coins, all of it. All of it.
Yes.
This coat, I had to get into it because for the longest time, I thought that both of those were her arms. Baby, they're not her arms.
No, bitch, that's like a mannequin shit. But it looks beautiful. It is such, and so it's such a gag. You have that on, and then you take that off, and it reveals something even gaggier underneath.
It would be amazing. Now, listen, bitch, let me tell you, you're going to be hot than a motherfucker.
Oh, baby.
Listen, you done sweat off 42 pounds. You carrying the weight of 17 Sherpa sheeps. Fuck out it. You're going to be hot than a motherfucker.
Right. Because those are whole pelts.
I thought this was amazing.
It is.
And the reason why I feel it's amazing, if you don't understand the sculpture,
there's a lot of effort that went in to get that standing up like that.
Like just that alone is amazing. And she's walking and it looks like it's moving when she's standing still. And it's, although this is a picture, but that's how it looks when she's walking. It stands up in the air. That is fucking amazing. It is amazing.
And that was it.
So,
all right. Thank you very much, Epic. We appreciate it.
Yes, 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 indeed.
Let's give Epic a round of applause.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very
much. You know, Schiaparelli just always captures my imagination. And like, if I ever was able to get a ticket to New York Fashion Week, and even if I was just like allowed to stand, because I'm never going to get a seat because I'm not that bitch, but even just let me stand in a corner.
Baby, listen, first off, let's never say never, because while we are card carrying members of the BGKH show, the G in this BGKH show will get us very far, because I'm sure that if we look very hard, we can find.
We gotta look that hard. I mean, I already know people that know people.
Listen. Hello.
So
hey,
yes. So, hey, Nichelle. And hey, Joe. Let's get into this beautiful bean footage.
Oh, hey, Joe. I didn't see you.
Light went off. Is something unplugged here? Something I got to deal with that later.
Your camera, is it your ring light maybe?
Yeah, it's the light above me, but if I stand up, we're almost done. We good.
Okay. Well, listen, Devon, hit me up, please, because we need some. We're doing designers for the month, and so you are in the chat. So we'd like to hear some information from you, because listen, fashion is your thing, Mr. Deviantly Branded. Yes, yes, yes. And everybody else that has some other, because we talked about Schiaparelli, we talked about Christian Siriano. Are there other people? Because we have a whole month that we're going to be doing this, or for a month. So that means we have at least three or four more shows with the designers. So give us some names. Let us know who y'all want to see. I mean, we will.
Yeah, I mean, I've got my Schiaparelli, so I'm good to go.
Yeah, so give us some names. We definitely want to make sure that everybody is seeing who they want to see and participating. Because listen, while we put on this show, we want to make sure that y'all are entertained. So what y'all got? Let us know. Come on. Robert 1. Do I know Robert 1? And see, so let me be clear. Devon is, when I say that there are very few people that know fashion from the rooter to the tutor, he is definitely one of those people, because while I may be older, when I tell you that listen, Devon knows his shit when it comes to something.
He does.
I will always defer and listen, and I think it's an amazing thing. But baby, so I have to look at this Robert 1 because I'm not sure if I've even looked at some of the stuff he's done. But listen, so thank you for that suggestion. Any other suggestions from anybody, please let us know. Instagram, Facebook, email, everything. Just let us know. We definitely want to take a look at some of the people that y'all want to see.
Yes, definitely.
So,
well, all right. This has been an absolutely wonderful time. I don't know what the hell's going on with this light. The girls just be.
You know what that light? You know what that light said? That light said, "You wanted to come here to see me as a dying wish." Okay, well, I'm gonna turn this light off. You're gonna be dead in a minute anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it was saying. It was giving very much a Bianca said, "Turn the light off."
Right. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it at this moment. All right. Well, remember those lights that we bought, the little LED lights? She might be dead. I don't know.
Is that what that was? The square one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, some bitch.
Well, you gotta go check that. What about the other? You have.
I have two of them. I have two of them, so I'm good.
Yeah, and then you have the ring light. I thought
that one crapped out too. Child, they just don't make shit like they used to.
Okay, well,
any snooch. So it has been absolutely lovely. I'm about to kick these shoes off and relax it, take a shower and chill for the evening. So it has been lovely. So I'll say from the dark.
Always, always, always. It's been a pleasure. Thank you guys for tuning in. We are so happy that we can share this with you, and we're glad you guys are coming in every single week. Please like, subscribe, and share so that we can have all of your friends in here and all of our friends in here. We can talk about a whole bunch of stuff that y'all want to talk about.
Right. And let us know who you want to see. We did Schiaparelli this week. We got Christian Siriano in the mix, but we want to know who you all want to see.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so you're going to look up Robert 1 because I've never heard of that person.
I most certainly am. And it's probably something we talked about before, and I probably have seen his fashions and don't know what it is because, again, his point of reference is amazing. So I'm like, okay, all right, here we go. Right. But yes. So, but anyway.
Well, all right. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you, and good night.